And yeah, RogueTech is like a massive collection of mods. Many of which made by the same group of people, but they did like a good little modular set of mods, and some of the others were built by other people, and they like brought that in. And we have this mod that completely transforms the game, makes it super complicated, super deep, and super awesome, including, for example, that star map that I started on, which is huge, because in like vanilla BattleTech, you've got like maybe this many stars, maybe a few more than this, which is a lot. It's a lot of places to go, but then here you've got like true lunacy going on here, and it's all synced online and things, and the mech combat is awesome and everything. Okay, so what I did here for today's stream is I took a job to go to another star system. We went to the Chandler system. I actually didn't realize it was only a half skull system. The job we've got that I took to get paid for over here is this job from the Lyrian Commonwealth here. They want a base defense versus the Draconis Combine, and the thing is, my plan actually for this game was to play like on the side of the Draconis Combine with my background, but I started in a weird place. But there's like a lot of interesting fighting going on right now. This map is dynamic with like other players. So if you go by completing missions for a faction in a system, you can flip control of the system to someone else, and then if that happens, it actually syncs online. So you can see here the Lyrian Commonwealth is really plugged into Draconis Combine space over here. And so what we might do is we're going to scramble around there. Who we side with, I guess it'll partially depend on the jobs. I mean, we are a mercenary company above everything else. It would also be fun to like maybe bop up here and do some work for the Lyrian Commonwealth versus the clan. That's not the clans. Here's clan space over here. So that could be a lot of fun. But we got to do a mission first before we do any of that and see what we can do. You need to make less awesome content. I simply don't have time for it all. I'm sorry, but thank you very much. We'll do a quick review of the mechs that we're going to bring in with us on this mission. We've got ourselves a Hatchetman here, and since the mission that I did the video for glitched, I was on the first patch of 998 RogueTech. Now we're on patch 3, so hopefully those bugs will be fixed. The Hatchetman has not actually lost its hatchet because that mission got glitched out at the end, so we just had to Alt F4, which was too bad, but on the bright side, we still have this. So you got the Hatchetman here, a big, beefy melee mech, 45 tons, you know, not maximum armored or anything like that. A couple of half-decent weapons. It's got an Ultra AC-10, and some extended range medium lasers, because this is more advanced tech than default BattleTech. Hey, we got some bits coming in from Pondering Elephant. Hey, let's do a full playthrough of RogueTech. Well, we'll see how far we can get. And yeah, so the hatchet here means that we are like a death machine in melee with the Hatchetman over here. Next up, we've got this Osiris here. Ooh, the Osiris is now considered to be a higher value mech than the Wolfhound, which is interesting. I've made a couple of adjustments from the original version of the Osiris here. What I did originally, it was 5 extended range medium lasers. I pulled one off of those because it was running too hot. Like, I actually couldn't literally fire every single one of my weapons from 0 heat without going into overheat. So it ran way too hot, especially on the desert world we were on before. I removed one of the ER medium lasers. I also added another double heat sink. Its Alpha Strike is still way more than its heat sinking capability, but it will give us a little bit more flexibility. I also think it might be totally viable to rip off, like, say, 2 jump jets from here and add another double heat sink. We'll consider that going forward, actually, because the thing is, the Osiris is so fast that we don't really make use of its jump jets very often at all. Like, having a jump jet is still nice to maybe get up and down a cliff, for example, but other than that, its speed is ludicrous. It moves 9 hexes, like 210 meters in a round, whereas if you compare it to our Cicada, I think a Cicada moves 5 hexes. Yeah, so the Osiris is almost twice as fast as a Cicada. It really doesn't use its jump jets very extensively, and if we could replace it with more heat sinks, I think that would be kind of cool. Can you do reading my tip without laughing? I don't think I can. Something laser farts. Yeah, I know. I spent a bunch of money upgrading the Argus and traveling to this system because I wanted to set things. I wanted to go to a nice system for today's video, but the travel time was 35 days, so I got 2 procs of the financial update. So I burned like a million C-bills just moving to the system so that we'd have a good one to be in for today's video. We have a lot of parts that we can sell for decent money. We've got 2 or 3 engines cooking around. We've got some dual heatsink kits. I could probably sell like $1 million worth of salvage if need be. We are going to make a fair decent amount of money on this mission, and we've got a few days before the next financial update tick, so I think we're going to be fine. The Wolfhound over here is a sort of a long-range sniper version of the Wolfhound. There's a bunch of different variants. There's a melee variant. There's different things. This one here's got the long-range sort of combat. Lots of fairly fancy components, especially it's got some cockpit upgrades and things like that. The Cicada here is still quite cool. It's got the auto cannon fire control system upgrade, so it's really good with its auto cannons. It packs 2 AC5s, 2 AC2s. It's got it does have a flamer as well. We might put it to better use this time than in the last video, depending on the landscape. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be running with over here. Yeah, the lighthouse is quite cool. So our mission, the mission I took to fly us out here to save like 25k or something in travel fees, which isn't very much, is a base defense mission, which in RogueTech is quite nice. Because base turrets are really powerful, so we'll have a little bit of extra defense from that, which is going to be handy. Base defense missions only last 10 rounds, because then you've got reinforcements coming. It's actually, because the 2 hit rates, especially early on in RogueTech, it's quite hard. Combat's a little slowed down. It's harder to get kills very quickly in RogueTech because it's hard to get accurate shots. As a result, we actually might have a hard time killing a bunch of stuff for salvage, which is a little unfortunate. But still, it's going to be a fairly well-paying job. We're going to go ahead with this. Kane is going to be in the hatchetman trying to get some chop-chop on people. We're going to have myself, Quill, sniperooning in the Wolfhound. We've Artistic Sumo is in the Osiris. Really hoping, Artistic Sumo's got his pilot at 4. Really hoping to get the next pip of piloting here so that we can get some ace pilot stuff going on. And we're gonna have Deadmate in the Cicada. Same sort of thing. Got the 4th pip of piloting. We may or may not go for ace pilot on Deadmate as well. I'm not sure. The 4th pip is quite nice though because it gives us more stability rating, so that's gonna be okay. What's the date? It's in 3040. I think we're probably in February, maybe March in 3040 in here, because I spent a bunch of time doing some traveling stuff and whatnot. I know I spelled Arctic Sumo wrong. I always call him Arctic Sumo, even though he's Artistic Sumo. That's the way it's gonna have to go. Yes, this is all in on RogueTech. So, whereas last week we were playing on our sort of custom mod build, with the release of RogueTech 998, this is all just RogueTech. Just straight out of the box, like that. The only adjustment I made is by default, the RogueTech random campaign start gives you a bunch of like Ronin mechs, which are named after like characters from the campaign or Kickstarter backers, and they can't be renamed. So the only thing I did is I made an adjustment to that so that we wouldn't start with a bunch of Ronins, so that I could actually rename our starting characters here. We got a bit of rain in the jungle here. We're tasked with defending a propaganda facility. Oh, that's nice. Scattered reports of possible hostiles in the area. Looks like the Draconis Combine mean to shut down the operation. Hold the facility, keep the buildings upright, and destroy the attackers. Good luck. Yep, we've got some additional support. Point defenses set up around the base. They are, however, offline. Friendly convoy with engineers who are eager to get to those defenses so they can bring them online. Escort them to safety to the generator, and we can boost the defensive capabilities with those turrets activated. Good luck. So, we definitely want to keep the turrets activated. We also want to keep those APCs alive because they have some firing potential as well. So, nice elevated position. I like it. The tropical terrain... Ooh, some of our little tooltips aren't working. No, I guess we're just on regular Terran terrain here. If this was a tropical biome, then we'd actually get slightly increased heat sinking. So we just have normal heat sinking. That's fine. Sensors are offline on the first round of combat, so we'll have to deal with that. Yeah, but we have attackers are going to come from here first. The thing is, there's going to be a second wave of attack, and they'll probably surround us. It might be 1 extra lance, it might be 2 extra lances. It's hard to say. We don't have to kill attackers. We just have to hold out for 10 rounds. So damage mitigation is the most important thing. But I'd like to get some kills simply so that we can get some salvage options. So we'll see what we can do. Can you rename battle mechs? Yes, I can. Can you rename the laser mech as Cool Man Farts? We could consider it. I do tend to like keeping the battle mech names, but we may do some adjustments. I'm not sure. Kane is definitely going to want to try to move into melee range to try to do some chop-chop with the hatchet. The problem is there's really not much in the way of cover. I suppose down here there's some foresty areas. We might be able to get in there. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and sprint Kane to maybe around here. Although I don't think we can jump. We can't walk down there. You do have jump jets. But maybe what I'll do is I'll move you to, let's say, right here. That way you'll be able to walk down this hill. And that's going to be okay. So we'll just move Kane up a little bit. That's going to be fine. And then Quill, the sniper-rooney dude, he can basically just sit back and hit basically anything from any range. What I think I'm going to do, okay, there's the edge of the map. There's unlikely to be a drop over here. If there's going to be reinforcements, it's going to be, oh, that's kind of the edge of the map too. I mean, there could be a drop back here. Maybe over here might be more likely. I don't know. I'm going to try to maneuver Quill. You know what? This ridge is fine. If we get Quill right up over here, I mean, there's a hill here, which is kind of annoying, but if the dudes come this way or along the road, I actually don't know what our best sniper position is. I think we'll start with here first.
Hauling ass.
Hauling ass. Yes. Yes, it is the Herald meme guy. I do love that picture so very much. Congrats on 4 axe kills and quick let's play. That was satisfying. Yeah, man.
Standing by.
Although we still had bad luck on some of the rolls. All right, so someone moved up here. It's a Wolfhound. I don't know what the 1A variant is off the top of my head, and we don't have any sensor information sufficient enough to give us info about its armor or its weaponry composition. Now, Artistic Sumo's over here in the Osiris. It moves very fast. It's good fire. It's got the acid missiles loaded in to boost damage. I mean, I could just move here and get a shot. I don't know what our accuracy will be. It's definitely going to be outside of our optimal range. I could also consider doing a sprint. Now, I'll get a bigger penalty to hit with a sprint, but we can also move up a little bit more. That might not be a bad idea. Let's say I move up to right here. We'll get good elevation, and we'll be in a good position to maybe move down further next round. We'll have lots of evasion.
We'll go.
Plus, getting a little closer, we might go ahead and get a bit more visual thing. No. So, we have this guy only on sensors. We have no visual locks, because these are 2 separate things in the RogueTech with, well, the visibility mod, which RogueTech uses. I realize I should move my head here, shouldn't I? I should probably do something like that so you can see the mech stats a little bit better. So we only have them on sensors, so if we look at our 2 hit chances, it's really bad. So we've got a penalty because it's long range. He's in defensive terrain. We sprinted, which is a penalty to hit. He moved a bunch. We have no sensor lock and no visual lock. We may as well shoot. I mean, it's only heat, right? And right now, we have, actually, if I turn this off, there we go. We will literally generate no heat. So, crappy shot, but what the heck?
Roger that.
Put the cam inside your portrait. That's not a bad idea, but it changes, right? The view changes from time to time, or... But then you wouldn't be able to see the initiative.
Waiting for orders.
It's kind of a cool idea, but I don't know. All right, we got Deadmate and the Cicada over here, which is our slowest mech. And also doesn't have jump jets. I think we need to make an adjustment to the Cicada or something, or look for a replacement for this slot. I'll do a sprint to here. I realize we're probably going to have no real shot here. Well, okay. The AC2s with the precision ammo, they still each have a 20% chance to hit. We don't have unlimited ammo with this. Like, we have 25 rounds, so that's 12.5 shots of the pair. That being said, we only have 10 rounds of combat, so we can't run out of ammo with these weapons in this combat because the combat's too short. So we'll take a shot at the Wolfhound. Miss. Oops. Scrolling over. So the allies are moving. So I don't know if that's the APCs or the turrets right now. Something was firing. Oh, there we go. The engineers have disembarked from the personal carriers. The APCs will scatter and support you. Keep the turrets online. We'll keep firing. Excellent. Okay. Lovely. Oh, ping. Yeah, sometimes Twitch is twitchy, right? Okay, first up in the initiative order is Kane. What's he on a 19.
Commander?
I could move forward and take a little pew-pew from here.
Whiskey and chocolate.
But whiskey and chocolate? It's from Pablo Rasta! Hey, Pablo, thank you very much! I just got LASIK eye surgery! We'll be able to see you in 2020. So I'm off work and get to catch a mech stream. Love the Monday stream, Quill. So here's the rest of my money. Well, thank you very much, Pablo. I hope that works out well. I keep thinking about it. Like, I don't mind wearing glasses. But I've been thinking about it because VR helmets, like, wearing the Oculus with the glasses is a pain in the ass. And I'm like, should I just get LASIK? I don't have a problem up close, like I can read without glasses. It's distant viewing, especially at night. I really find like driving at night is just brutal. Even with glasses, I'm finding it like very, very hard. Because I guess what happens at night is your pupils have to dilate more, right? So any wonkiness in your eye is worse at night. And so I'm like, maybe get that LASIK. Yeah, go for it. It's so nice to have after. My eyesight is really not that bad, but... And that's why it's like, I don't know. Anyway, so with Kane here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reserve him for now. We're going to see if anyone might move up a little bit more within range, give us some different options. We'll see what we can do. There you go. He fires at Kane, but we have tons of evasion.
Aye, aye.
Artistic Sumo. So he's got the speed. We could run up way over here and probably get a good shot on the Wolfhound. The problem is that leaves Artistic Sumo a little bit exposed. You know, we don't know what kind of other garbage is out there. I think I'm actually going to do a bunch of reserving here. We're gonna try to see what else displays itself. It's not like we can take one of these guys out before they do damage. A second Wolfhound. Wolfhounds are high quality mechs. They're really good mechs. They're light. They're 35 tons, but they pack a lot of shit in their 35 tons. All right, waiting a little bit more.
Reporting. Enemy contact.
Oh, what was the third one? I didn't actually see. Oh, one of the turrets is laser locking and taking a shot at the Wolfhound. Whoa, big hits from the turret. Big hits from the turret. That might have been a pulse laser, which ignores evasion pips, which is really good.
Waiting for orders.
All right, so Kane still can't get into melee range. But Kane could... yeah, this landscape is kind of crummy. I could jump over here. It'd be nice if we could make it to these woods. I suppose I could just move Kane to here. It still doesn't set us up for a melee attack, but he should be able to take some decent ultra cannon shots and things like that. Or I could sprint to down here. Still doesn't do much for us. I'll get some evasion. It's unlikely all these guys will be able to shoot at Kane, but 2 guys might be able to do it. Oh, that's Jenner. And that could be a little bit dangerous. Again, we really have to work to minimize damage on this, because we don't have to get involved. Yeah, that'll do. All right, so we got decent vision on the Wolfhound now. So it lost an arm, and one of its legs is heavily damaged. Okay. One of its weapons, I think, has probably been taken out too. I'll just take the shot as is. We don't have different types of ammo in the on Kane's hatchetman, no. But this will be a decent shot. Is that another leg hit? It may have been the other leg or something. That's possible. All right. Artistic Sumo. See, I really, because he's got this speed, I really want to give him Ace Pilot. Well, you know what? We'll probably be okay to do this. And the reason I'm going to do this is we'll have decent enough initiative with this guy that we can probably run away fairly easily for the next round of combat. So I'm going to move up. It will be an obstructed shot, but I think it's going to be a pretty good one. Fire all weapons, including the acid weapon. Acid! This guy's already unsteady, so he's lost all his evasion pips. And every time we do damage to him, he's going to have to do a roll to see if he falls over. Okay, right leg has officially been destroyed as well. He's got the acid, so he's taking 30% bonus damage. Hey, you want some acid? Artistic Sumo is an acid dealer.
Commander.
So now Quill is going to scooch over here. We're going to keep moving a fair bit so that we can keep getting the evasion pips. We're going to move here, get some nice height, and then we can take a called shot against the Wolfhound. It might be possible to leg him. Okay, we don't have very much called shot precision boost. We'll try to hit the other leg. It might work out. We'll see.
Reporting critical hit.
Oh yeah, the machine gun. Yes, I think was also pulled off. Machine gun and damn. And one of the ER lasers was removed from the Osiris to try to make the heat a little less insane. It still generates positive heat, but this will be a little better. Okay, so we'll move up as much as we can with Kane's Cicada here. Still out of range for the flamer, but the autocannons are going to be great. Oh, we did do some damage to the leg.
Here we go.
Torso destroyed, more engine hits, pilot incapacitated. Yeah, and destroyed the engines. Too bad. Engines are really valuable. We'd really like not to destroy them. But again, our called shot ability right now is not the greatest. I assume in RogueTech, if you keep leveling up your tactics, you can get more and more accurate called shots. Okay, Kane's up. Is this a new round? It is a new round. He's acting at a 20.
Commander?
Although, again, I'm not going to go now. All we could do is get a kind of an obstructed shot. We can't melee. If I did a sprint, I wouldn't get that far. I guess it's still going to be the case. I will just reserve Kane and hope that we can get a better shot with him. Same thing with Quill.
Reserving action.
Plus, I actually don't want to move too far forward that way, because what's going to happen is there's going to be reinforcements from behind, and we'll be way out of position. Need a spider gun? What?
Commander?
See, the heat, like, it's gonna rise, but we can, like, more regularly fire multiple times. I could still run up here. This guy just moved. I don't know if the Jenner has moved yet. I think the answer might be no. So let me hold off a little bit.
Holding.
But I don't have to worry about, if I move up here with Artistic Sumo, I don't have to worry about a bunch of people jumping on him simultaneously. There you go, now the Jenner. Okay, they are moving away from Sumo, but possibly opening themselves up to some more Kaneage. I'm going to jump to here with Kane, because it's Kane, and he takes bold moves like this. And if all goes well, what's going to happen is we're going to be able to, hopefully Kane will roll good initiative next turn and go before these guys. So I'm going to take the shot. We will need to get a visual lock so that Kane can melee. You can't melee against just a sensor shadow like this, unfortunately. Alright, Deadmate can move up to
I
here.
read you, Commander. Moving out.
Take the shot against the Wolfhound. One of the Wolfhound variants is Claws, so it can actually do some decent melee.
Orders.
Quill, you're just gonna, move up here, top of the ridge. Good weapon range. Still no vision on these guys.
Here it comes.
Like, we're so blind. None of my mechs rolled with any sort of sensor or visual improvements. I was, like, really tempted to restart, like, re-roll the start of my campaign so I get at least someone with some goddamn vision, but it does show off the mods very nicely here. Artistic Sumo. Yeah, you're gonna set this up because we're actually hoping that we'll get a little bit more vision and targeting info. There you go. 91% chance. Really? How so high? Are you unstable? Not that we know about. But yeah, you have no evasion pips. Okay, you're gonna get hit hard. If we can get some leg shots, and we did. Right leg destroyed. Yeah, he failed one of his stability checks. He would have fallen over anyway, but now he's falling over because he's lost the leg. Boom. The spider gun works like this. It teleports spiders inside the enemy mech. Cool, man. That would be horrible. Why are you... That's... What? No. I'm sure the Geneva connection... Geneva... What's the word I'm looking for? The Geneva deal. Convention. That's the word I'm looking for. Would ban something like that. Teleporting spiders. Woo. Vehicles firing there. Okay, but you can see we've got to turn around pretty quickly here. So we're going to have to make some decisions. But we're not going to turn around with Kane. Now, here's an annoying thing. Kane can go and melee the Wolfhound. We can't do a cold shot in melee, though. But I guess we're just going to have to accept it. If I go here, it's nice because I'm going to be in the woods. It's possible for this Jenner to get behind me, but not very likely, and he'll be exposing himself. So I'm going to run here. We've got a 96% chance to melee for frickin' 113 points of damage. It's probably just going to take out the Wolfhound. Maybe we'll get lucky and hit the leg, but it's still going to, like, transfer through. And yeah, sometimes when you do a melee attack against someone on the ground like this, the camera goes weird. But it looks like that Wolfhound was taken out completely. Alright, we're taking some building damage. Ideally, we'd like to not lose any building, because then we get bonus money. Yes, I did see the enemies drop in behind us. I'm aware that they're the whole animation with the drop shit. But Kane was the first to act, and Kane was going to run that way. No do to boot it. Now, Quill is going to run back over here. We can get a nice set in the wood. So this is a big sprint. So our accuracy is going to be fairly low. We may not be able to hit anything, but we will see. We'll get a little bit of vision. Now, what we want to do is we want to give some love taps to some of these guys over here, because then they'll be engaged with the mech and they'll fire at the mech instead. So we've got a 30-ton Ignis, we've got a 25-ton Scorpion. It's a Scorpion laser, so that's good. It's all direct shots. 35-ton Saladin and a 25-ton J. Edgar. I don't know what they're all equipped with, but we'll see. So we got our best chance to hit against the Scorpion here, so we're going to do that. Whoa! Both weapons hit! Nice! Nice, nice,
Solid
nice.
connection on that one.
Can Kane get 2 hatchet arms? I believe so, or a warhammer. Yeah, I think both of his arms can go all the way down to the hand servos, which means he can get a second melee weapon. And yeah, the damage
Waiting
does
on you,
stack.
Commander.
We'll keep an eye out for something like that. All right, so now we got an interesting set of choices. The cicada with Deadmate could, you know, take another shot here. We could move up here with a sprint. We wouldn't be in the woods. We can't be in the woods and shoot these guys. And it would be very inaccurate. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a walk. I'm not going to take a very large walk. I'm going to move this way, so I'm a little closer to the front here. And we'll do this. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this way so that my back isn't facing the direction I want to move in next turn. So I'm betting the cicada can probably sprint to up here next time and maybe take a shot. But we'll take a fire at the Jenner. I don't think has been injured yet, and has still not been injured. Miss, miss, miss. Harder to melee vehicles in the RogueTech, is it? I mean, we still do bonus damage, right? Ugh. And yeah, I was pretty sure. It seems to have in the base defense, it seems to fire 3 lances at you. 1 at first, and then 2 more as reinforcements.
Yes, Commander.
And it's rough. The Osiris has got speed. We might be able to, you know, start sprinting over here to do this, but I think what we'll do is we'll work on finishing the Jenner. We could melee, but the Osiris only melees for 15, which is kind of crap. Although, none of these shots are going to be terribly good. If I go for a rear arc shot, like from over here... Wow, yeah, these are all pretty bad. You know what? Maybe I'll just let Kane finish off the Jenner. We will go ahead and take a sprint. I mean, I suppose I could sprint to here and still take a shot. Where are the other mechs? They were down here, right? So we got some over here, and I think there's another lance over here. So we'll sprint in this direction. I suppose we could just save heat. We'll see. We'll take a look at what our chance to hit is. It'd be nice to get the heat down.